Alright, here's the last part off the machine. I used support on this one. Made a mistake and told it to support the whole thing, and it drew some supports to do the holes that are for the slots for the fan. It's been setting for a while, so that pretty much just lifts right off. Pretty easy. Let me set the phone up here, hopefully where you can see it and it doesn't fall. Anyway, comes off pretty easy. There's the didn't draw any line there. Kind of thought it might on that slot, but evidently it didn't really need to. Let me get my hemostats. Pair of pliers. Oh, it's all loose. That was easy. Then these nuts. No problem. Those don't have screws that go through because they're not just rust on them. It's where the actually that's just spring hole, excuse me. There's no nut there. But there's one there, way down in the hole. There's a 3mm. I recessed that one so I could use some small hardware, but if you look, I don't know if I can get it to focus, but recessed in the hole is a 3mm nut. There's a 4mm. Comes right out. And then that's the 3mm. That's another one that pivot screw just rests on, so that's two springs go here. That's where the hardware goes through for the plate that sandwiches the hot ends. So yeah, that was pretty easy. I'm really happy with Kira supports. I'm more than pretty happy. I'm extremely happy. Anyway, that's the new piece to replace this. So let's grab all these pieces. We'll kind of sort of put it together in a way that it will function. That's for adjusting the bed level, which makes it real nice. Probably hard to see it, but there's a curvature on that where the hardware goes through. It's a 3mm hex head or Allen cap screw that goes through there, and when that pivots, the head will be, instead of being just flat in the bottom of a hole like the last one, I actually rounded it, made it be centered on that pivot point, so it should be a little nicer, a little more professional, a little cleaner. There's the springs will be over here pushing it like that, and then the hardware will adjust it from here using a 4mm captive nut and a screw, and that will rest on the top of a 3mm bolt. So that's how that works. I'm happy with that. Looks really good. And then that is the fan mount. So there's the whole head assembly. These two holes in this particular situation aren't going to get used. Before I put this fan bracket on, I was going to put a bracket on here that for the wiring harness would lay back, but now the wiring harness is tied onto here, so I might leave them on there in case somebody wants to use this bracket and they don't want to put rear fans. I do have a bracket that's meant to fit on here because this is printed bed down, so you can't have anything sticking off the back. So a couple 3mm screws, those are sized to where 3mm will go in and thread those holes, and I've done that a lot. I made the layers thick enough to where there's enough there to thread it. But that's the new carriage design. And there you go. Something like that. The fans will go on the slots on both sides, and they'll be able to be adjusted up and down to blow air under or more from the top. So we'll see how it works. I got to print a set of these for my buddy Harry, but maybe before the night's through I might go ahead and stick this together and stick it on the machine. We'll see how much time I have left, but I promised Harry I'd print one of these up because he's excited about this, as excited as I am because it's working out so well. Thanks for checking out the video, and subscribe if you want any updates. Hit like if you've enjoyed it and want to see some more videos on the printer. I'll post again soon.